Hello again, everyone. Age of June here. We're back with another League of Legends Shoutcast. Gonna be coming at you again from Korea. Well, I'm not from Korea, obviously, but this game is from Korea. And I wanted to go ahead and cast this again because, our people are over there. In this case, Alliance Froggen here. He's actually the only one that we know of that is a foreigner, I guess you could say, for them in this game. So I wanted to go ahead and cast him. I've been looking for a game for him anyway. Just, on regular servers, and I figured, hey, why not cast one with him there? That is a nice-looking TF skin. I don't know what that is. Anyway, so, he's going to be playing the TF there. Like I said, nobody else in the game is somebody that we know of as a LCS star, so it's only going to be the Froggen, but that's fine, It should still be pretty entertaining to watch, I hope. I actually have watched this one to the end, well, sort of. I made sure to ignore it so I wouldn't actually know what was going to happen, but I did make sure it gets to the end, so there won't be the stupid bug at the end this time. And yeah, that bothers me so much when that happens. Apparently it's not every time. I have no idea what triggers this bug. All I know is that something does. Oh, the hook lands on a mover there, gets stunned as well. He's forced to flash over the wall. He is going to be able to get out of this. But, of course, that is a lot of really bad stuff that just happened to him. He's going to be forced to go back. And I think he should be able to get back in lane before it's back to the jungle, before it's a big deal or anything. But, of course, he does still have his flash down, which is a pretty big deal. It's not a huge deal, as a lot of times you won't see him who's really doing too much of the flashing until 6 or so. But if he ever gets ganked in the jungle or something, that flash would be really useful. And he's not going to have it. He is going to be slightly... Actually, no, he's going to get back to lane perfectly. There we go. And starting with the tears there. And, of course, we do have the assist here on the blue buff for Jarvan as well. Unsurprisingly, really. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and see. Hopefully Froggen does well over there. I would imagine. I know almost all of the LCS people have actually done really well over there. And it's been pretty successful for pretty much all of them. High is actually the highest. And that's kind of cool, because he's actually been there last, but he's played a lot of games, apparently. So he is just playing the crap out of their solo queue. Doing pretty well, too. Alright, so, got some interesting lanes, this one anyway. Oh, Riven's forced to go back by Tryndamere. Ouch. Yeah, I've never seen a Scion support. Now we do. So we've got Ploxy playing the Riven top versus Tryndamere there. We've got in the mid lane the Morgana versus Froggen playing Twisted Fate. Down in the bot lane we've got... Ooh, Amumu is getting invaded. Hold up. What's going on there? Oh good, it didn't crash. Alright, so it looks like he's going for the Wolves here, and apparently he got invaded by the Jarvan. And Jarvan just comes in, lands the flag toss directly on him, forces him to run away. Amumu is actually decently fast here. He may be able to get out. Nope. Just kidding. Out comes the flash there from the Jarvan, and that is first blood. He actually doesn't have red buff. He actually didn't have red buff until now. He went straight for that invade there to go ahead and kill the Amumu. And he managed to go ahead and take that red buff away from Amumu, which is bad. And even worse for Amumu, he's taking this blue buff. And, of course, as anybody who's played a Mumu node or knows or played with a Mumu knows, losing your blue buff hurts. But Tryndamere actually did go ahead and come to go for this. Gets the chicken on him. Not really going to be able to do too much, I believe. No, he's going to force him back, but it's not really a big deal. I think the red buff there applied by Jarvan really kind of turned that one around and made it really not matter. So if we look down the bot lane, we've got a Tristana played by More against the Lucian here. And support, we've got, oddly enough, like I said, support Scion versus support Thresh, which is not surprisingly Thresh. Ooh, Riven going hardcore on this Tryndamere. Gets the Ignites on him, forces him to back off, but does not get the kill. She's actually level 3. He's level 3 as well. He's going to be forced to go ahead and head back home. He does not have Ignite, neither does she, but not having that, they don't have Teleport. They don't have teleport, so neither one's going to be able to get back into lane very quickly after going back. So that's actually a really huge thing there for him. He's going to be missing out on a lot, and especially since it is Riven. She's pretty good about shoving early on, I don't know that she's going to be able to shove it too fast because she's not, amazing at shoving. But we do see her going ahead and shoving it as fast as she can. She is going to make him miss at least a couple CS. Scion support. I can kind of see it. I mean, he does have that stun. And, of course, a lot of damage from his shield. And he can get into range with that shield very easily. So I guess I can kind of see it. It's just kind of strange. Not something you see around here. And Froggen's just bullying this Morgana. Neither one of those has a name, but it is a name I can read. It is Jarvan versus Amumu, of course, in the jungle. So down the bot lane, Lucian, I'm kind of surprised, has not so far been bullying Tristana too much. Actually, no. It looks like they're pretty close. He is apparently 2 CS above her now. Yeah, he's currently tied. As soon as he finishes this one off, he is exactly 1 CS ahead. So it's not really a huge difference there. And we've got another invade coming in from the Jarvan here. Put a ward here so he would know if Amumu decides to come in. Amumu actually went in, stole the Wraith away, and Jarvan said, okay, well, let's fight this. Twisted Fate flashed over the wall, lands the stun, down goes Amumu, and there are no buffs transferred there to that Twisted Fate, but he does get the gold, so that's definitely a good thing for him. Back up top, we've got more bullying coming in from the Tryndamere versus Riven combo. Riven actually didn't take much damage at all, whereas Tryndamere did. Of course, Tryndamere's got a little bit better sustain. Ooh, that hook just barely missed that. And now Thresh is actually in a pretty bad spot here. He's forced to back off, but at the same time, so is Scion because he did get ignited. But Lucian is actually turning around and bullying that Tristana back now. A lot of damage here came in onto the red team, but in comes the Jarvan to go ahead and try to equalize this up a bit. The Flay comes out. Oh, the grab goes on to Scion. This may be a dead Scion. No, he is going to escape this. We'll go up to the top in a second. Barely escapes that, but he does indeed escape that. And what happened to Riven here? For one thing, she's fighting in the middle of a whole bunch of minions. That's definitely not a good sign for her. And then he was able to get that ignite on her. Just fighting in the middle of all those minions, she was definitely outnumbered. Her minions were outnumbered by the enemy minions. So, of course, while they're going through that, she's taking a ton of minion damage, and he wasn't taking nearly as much. So he was able to go ahead and win that battle. She's going to come back to lane, but she's going to be missing out on CS. He is now 46 to 31. So that's a really bad thing there for the Riven. Tryndamere is pretty nasty. I know I've fought him before, and I did not enjoy it at all. It looks like Scion wanted to go for this again. Oh, he does get the stun. In goes the Lucian as well. Nice dodge of that hook, but he does get the Flay. Forced to flash out. Twisted Fate maybe coming down. It looks like he is. Yes, the jump away there from Lucian doesn't matter. Froggen gonna be forcing these two back, and they may be able to secure a kill onto, yes they do, onto Scion there. So nice gank here, double gank actually, because the Jarvan and the Twisted Fate both came down here. Flash from Amumu, did get the flash from his enemy, but he did not get the hook. So unfortunately for him, not gonna be able to get any kills off of that. And that is his flash down, which definitely hurts his ganks a little. Nothing too huge, but, it still hurts. Riven is back up top. They both have their ultimates now. So, honestly, I think by now, Riven probably comes out a bit behind in engagements, especially considering that engagement earlier, they got Tryndamere that extra kill. She's already way behind on CS. She's 20 behind this early, and she's definitely behind in items. So, in a one-on-one, she's gonna come out behind. So she's got to be very careful here. And that's exactly what you see. You see her not even trying to get CS. She's just trying to get XP right now. Because that's really all she can do. And, yeah, gonna go ahead and CS under the tower. But still, she's having a pretty tough time. I think she missed the big minion there. Nice stun. Not gonna matter too much. He goes ahead, hits her there, gets her ult, and then he backs off. He's like, I'm out. In goes the Jarvan, though. Lands the knock up there. He ends up taking that Tryndamere down. Tryndamere didn't even have time to use his ult there. He thought he was going to be safe, and he just got dunked. Nice dodge of the hook, but the Flay comes out again. Lots of damage going in onto Tristana, though, and she's forced back. Out comes the Culling, doing a lot of damage. Thresh is going to go down. He does go down. Question is, will they finish off the Tristana? No, she's able to jump out of that successfully. And looks like Amumu just kind of heading back up here. I think he just got his blue, did he not? No. No, that must be spawning soon. Did she get it? Okay, he gave it to her. Alright. So it's actually kind of surprising to me, given the fact that he is already behind due to that early invade there. He's actually not that far behind, though. He's only 1 level. Nicely played by the Amumu, keeping up as much as he can. Actually kind of impressed. Froggen doing a lot of pushing out here. Nice dodge. Not really doing too much between these two, though. I mean, the nice gank down bottom from Froggen did net him 2 kills. So he's definitely riding pretty right now. Also has an assist. And, you know, that's definitely a good thing for him. But between these two, there's really not that much fighting actually going on. But, of course, at the same time, it is Twisted Fate. He tends to do a lot of his fighting from range. So I guess I can kind of see that. Riven pinging that up. Lets the Jarvan know, hey, it's warded. You're not going to be able to gank. Flay does not end up hitting there. Shield, though. In goes the Amumu. He does have ulti. Lands it on her. She still successfully jumps. But it doesn't matter as she was still rooted. And the Lucian was able to go ahead and land that Starburst onto him. Twisted Fate forced to jump away. Nice dodge yet again of that binding. And he's going to be fine. Amumu looks like he's headed up here to possibly go for a gank onto TF. But TF's being pretty cautious anyway, so he's not really going to have too much of a problem. And we have another gank coming top here. Jarvan saw that gank down bottom, and he decided to go for this. And they managed to go ahead and take down that Tryndamere again. Undying Rage comes out, but he gets CC'd. And, of course, that gives Riven the opportunity to go ahead and finish him off. And now she's going to be able to shove this up and make him lose some more CS. Hopefully close that gap a bit. As, you know, she's still about 20 behind. In comes TF for another gank. Does have the ward in that bush, so he does manage to get that stun off onto the Scion. And the question is, will he finish off the Lucian? Does get the stun. The bind comes out there from the Thresh. Flay as well. That is a dead Lucian. Goodbye, Lucian. In comes Morgana and Amumu, though. The Morgana ulti comes out. Stun lands from the TF. Does not end up mattering too much. The binding there from the Morgana doesn't. She ends up going down because Tristana got back in lane just in time, along with that Thresh to go ahead and save TF. So nice saving there. And was Tryndamere forced back again? What happened with him? So he came back into lane and then heads back again. Not sure what's going on there. That's kind of confusing. But down here, they are actually touching this turret. What is he doing? Did he just get an item? Not sure what he's doing. Looks like they decided to go ahead and tower dive this Amumu, though. Alright. They are going for that, like I said. And Amumu's hanging around. He does not have ulti, so that was definitely a bad decision on his part. He tries to go ahead and finish off the Thresh. He ends up going down, though, to that Tristana, which is terrible news for him. And, of course, Riven's up here just shoving this top lane while the Tryndamere is AFK or whatever he's doing.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Did he give up? I hope not. I hope not. I didn't notice. I looked to make sure, but I didn't pay that much attention again because I didn't want to... I wanted to be surprised to see what was going on, but I didn't want that. All right. Scion successfully finishes off the Tristana there. They go for this dragon. Lots of damage coming out onto Jarvan, so he's got to let the Tristana tank it up a bit. And Scion comes in. He knows that they're this low because he put that ward there. Flash stuns Tristana and gets that auto attack off to go ahead and finish her off. No kills there onto the dragon. Lucian goes for the Thresh. Thresh flashes the wall, though, so Thresh actually will be able to escape this. And then, in the meantime, Riven's taking advantage of that to go ahead and get another tower up top. Okay, he is actually back in place, so I don't know what was going on there. I don't know if he had to get away from his computer for a short time, or he was thinking about giving up. I'm not sure. But he is actually going back out now, and hopefully we'll be able to see this turn into a decent game again. Riven back as well. Got that Brutalizer as well as her pickaxe. She is definitely catching up to that Tryndamere now. She's up 2 CS now, and actually tied on kills, one ahead on assists. So she's definitely ahead of him there, which is kind of surprising given the fact that he had such a lead. In goes the Jarvan to save TF, manages to save him there, lands that ulti as well onto Scion to go ahead and try his best. Mumu ult comes out. The Jarvan is rooted, lands the pop-up. In comes Riven, finishes off the Scion, goes in, finishes off on Mumu as well. Nice pop-up from Jarvan, securing that kill there. As without that pop-up, no way would she have been able to get back in there. And Tryndamere's back in the base. Okay, so carrying on as he is actually returning back to lane to go ahead and grab this CS, which there's a lot of. Riven's going to go ahead and take the time to go ahead and shove this mid lane. And in the bot lane, Trist and Thresh are also shoving like mad. Yeah, they're going to get mid tower for sure. I think they'll get a decent amount of damage on this tower, but they're not going to be able to finish it off quite yet. Out comes the Lantern. Bind does not land from Thresh. He decides to go in and gets stunned under tower, actually. Takes multiple tower shots there. Not in his best interest, but on the plus side for the blue team, Tryndamere is actually back, and he is back to farming again. Catching back up to the Riven after whatever happened a little while ago. And hopefully he'll be able to he'll play this back up. And we'll see what ends up going on there. Riven just taking the time to go ahead and farm up the jungle. Can't say I blame her there. Getting anywhere close to this would be a really bad idea. He's actually choosing to freeze it here as well, which makes it really hard for her, because she's not going to be able to go ahead and really farm this. So she's actually taking the opportunity to just go ahead and farm up the enemy jungle. Why not, huh? I mean, there's really no reason not to. She does have that blue buff, which is great for her. I mean, it's not the greatest. It's not like blue buff on a Mumu. But, of course, the cooldown reduction does help her quite a bit. And yeah, he is just freezing this up. I can't say I blame him, honestly. He knows that going too far out right now is really dangerous. He's been ganked multiple times by that Jarvan. So he knows getting too far out. Oh, in goes the gank onto the Morgana there. Lands her binding, so Riven's going to go down as well. But it did secure get a killing spree onto the Riven, which amusingly was instantly shut down. Definitely benefiting her a lot. Out comes the culling. Thresh taking a lot of damage. So far, getting out of this. In goes the Amumu, lands the ulti to go ahead and finish that off, but in comes the Jarvan, pops them up. And the stun comes out from TF as well as his cards to go ahead and finish off that Lucian. Stun comes into Amumu as well. Down he goes. That is a double kill. And they are going to walk away from this with another 2 kills. Looks like that freeze down top or up top has finally gone away now. So Tryndamere is not going to be able to do that anymore. A killing spree here on TF, finishing off the Scion. I did not see what happened there. Looks like he decided to go for this. Got stunned, and he just took a lot of damage there. Oh, the flash stun by Froggen to go ahead and finish him off. That explains it. Okay, in the meantime, we've got Tristana down here, shoving bot again. Getting more damage on that tower, and honestly, I think this time she's going to be able to get it. There's nobody moving to go ahead and defend it, and she's just ripping it apart. Tryndamere still sitting inside the base. She's not at the fountain anymore, so, I mean, he's moved a little further.
Blue team's turret.
Definitely think they might have had a chance, a bit bigger of a chance, had this not gone on. But from what I understand, it's actually fairly common over in the Korean server. I don't know, it's all hearsay, so I can't say for sure that that is actually the truth, but I've heard that they do go ahead, once they decide it's done, they give up. Not all. It's just, it's a lot more common than it is here. Here being, of course, the NA service. Again, not saying it is the truth, I don't know, it's just, that's what I've heard. And it is definitely something that I've seen in this game, and I think I've actually seen another game that happened as well, that you do have them just going to give up. Nice dodge there by the Morgana, just barely keeping herself alive. Tryndamere still hanging out at the tower, and Tristana goes in to go and finish off that Morgana. She gets stunned up. Amumu hanging around. He goes back in. Does he have his ult? He does not have his ult, so he ends up going down. Tristana just jumping to get the heck out of there. Tryndamere back to farming now, up top. And back to the tower. Back to the tower. I don't know, I don't like him. We are not friends. Alright. So, the blue team's definitely on the defensive here. They're staying, within their side. They're not even able to extend to the river. And the red team is definitely doing their best to make sure that stays the case. Dragon is up, but you don't even see either team really going for it at the moment. The red team really doesn't need it. Well, I mean, honestly, they should get it, but at the same time, they're pretty darn far ahead. So I guess in their minds, not even necessary. They can go ahead and shove the lanes and just finish the game. Especially given the fact that Tryndamere, again, not doing a thing this game. So it's kind of a 4 versus 5. And red team kind of knows that, and they've been just shoving it up. This is a great game for Froggen there. He's actually 9-1-4. And, of course, not having those enemies there is... That enemy there is actually kind of helping him out a little bit, too. Honestly, I don't know that it would have mattered too much anyway, but still, 4 versus 5 is always nice there. Out comes that teleport going down here for Amumu. Gets the stun? Yes, he does. Amumu got the stun as well. Doesn't matter, Tristana is able to jump in and finish him off. She's now 4-2-2. TF is 9-1-5. This is not looking good for the blue team at all. And I cannot see them coming back from this, especially given the fact that somebody's not even trying. The bot lane and actually all of them now are down here at the bot lane. Gonna go ahead and shove this tower down. Looks like the blue team's mostly given up on this. I mean, their Tryndamere already did, so I guess they figure it's not gonna be too big of a deal. Out comes the culling. Not gonna be able to kill anybody, but it does do some damage there to Jarvan. Still gonna be able to finish off this inhibitor. I don't know if they'll be able to finish off the game. I kind of doubt it, but it is a possibility. Looks like they're going to go for this tower, do some damage to it, but I mean, it's not going to be too much of a deal, as it does, of course, heal over time. Riven shoving this up to go ahead and try to get some damage onto this tower as well, and Froggen doing what he can as well. That tower took a lot of damage, and nice cards there. Riven goes in, going to go ahead and go for that Morgana. Ulti does not end up working. They go in onto the Scion. He is going down fast as well. I don't see Tryndamere. Oh, now I do. Never mind. Okay, he moved at least, but they do manage to go ahead and take down that tower as well. Inhibitor going down too, and yeah, this is almost definitely going to be a win here for the red team. Root of Divine comes out, down goes that Tryndamere. He's going to go down. Die, you jerk. I don't like you. Down he goes indeed. Amumu goes in though, and the surrender comes out, so the Riven is going to survive. Yeah, they surrendered right at 20 there. And that is a really big-time victory there for Froggen. He's 10-1-7. Nicely played there by the red team. I hope you guys enjoyed this game. I wish I'd noticed that the Tryndamere decided to be a jerk and give up that quickly. But even still, it was a cool game just to watch Froggen. So I'll see you guys next time. Have a good night. Bye.